How often have you noticed yourself give to others without question? Maybe you change yourself or sacrifice your feelings to keep the peace, to avoid tension, or to just care for those around you. Recently, I had two profound experiences doing this. I'd helped others, then noticed that once they were in a more comfortable place, they put their needs first. To be clear, seeing them put their needs first wasn't the issue for me. My issue was that when I do the same, I feel guilty for putting myself first. Recognizing this made me realize that this was something I need to reflect on and change if my life is to get better. If you often feel like this too, I hope that what I share on this video about the insights I got from journaling may help you. Today, I want to invite you to stop for a moment and ask yourself, what if putting your needs first isn't selfish? What if it's part of creating a better life for yourself? Like me, you may have noticed people around you doing what works for them and putting their needs first without explaining or apologizing. Like they know they matter and that they don't need permission to do what they want or need to do. Recently, witnessing these types of incidents stirred something in me. I felt that while I've been showing up for others, I haven't always been showing up for myself in the same way. Maybe you feel like this too. You say yes when you want to say no. Maybe you stay quiet when something doesn't feel right. You hold back because you don't want to rock the boat or be seen as selfish. But if you're always giving and never receiving in the same way you give to others, you're always dimming your light and never refilling it, it can weigh you down. I know how hard it is to be generous when you're running on empty. And truth be known, I did feel a pang of resentment. I really don't like the feeling of resentment for doing things for others. At the same time, I also don't like the feeling of guilt when I put my needs first. These recent experiences really bothered me. After journaling to make sense of what I'm feeling, I came to realize that choosing yourself doesn't mean you're turning your back on others. It means that you're making yourself just as important as other people you help. It's you recognizing that you and your needs matter too. More often than not, I hold back because something inside me worries that others will not like or approve of me if I say no. Sometimes you might hold back from the good things in life because a part of you fears how others will respond. I even worry in advance about being too much for people or not being accepted when I have more money and that my life is better than it is now. But during my journal reflections, I came to realize that when love requires you to stay small, to dim your light, as the saying goes, that it's not really love you're receiving. Honoring yourself and putting your needs first is about making space for self-acceptance and self-worth. It might be as simple as saying no when you don't feel like doing something, or giving yourself permission to want more. I now realize that not everyone will understand, but your deeper self will. And that it's more important to be truthful to yourself. Having been a giver all my life, a part of me is uncomfortable about putting my needs first. I know that for me to be in a place where I can live on my own, I need to see and feel myself having more in my mind's eye. As Neville Goddard says, the feeling is the secret. Deep down, I don't even allow myself to feel this way. How often do you suppress the quiet fear around becoming more? Or stepping into the stronger version of yourself, or the idea of having more in your life? It can feel really unfamiliar, and certainly a lot unsettling. But here's something I've realized and I'm having to accept. The people who truly care for you, the ones who understand who you really are, won't be threatened when you stop holding yourself back. They won't need you to tone yourself down. They'll be drawn to your honesty. If, like me, you've been holding yourself back so others feel more comfortable, maybe it's time to ask, what would it look like to stop doing that? Your ideas and your strength are part of what you bring to the world. They're what makes you you. And they're not here to hurt anyone. They're not a burden. They're a contribution. This is what I discovered during my journaling session. Like me, you are allowed to feel good in your life. You don't have to stay in discomfort to prove you're worthy or deserving of the good things in life. You don't have to keep struggling just for others to accept or like you. There's also nothing wrong with receiving. Nothing wrong with stepping into a life filled with more ease and flow. Because when you're supported emotionally, financially, and spiritually, you have more to give to others. There's a saying that goes, money doesn't change who you are. It makes more of who you already are. In the past, I'd been fearful of being rich, as I don't want others to see me as selfish or arrogant. Even though I want more abundance to live on my own, I know that I want this space to be me, so that I can make more videos to help you, my viewers, as well as family and others in my life. When you're rooted in enoughness, it's easier for you to show up for others. In guilt, I realize now that it just gets in the way. To put this into practice, you might want to ask yourself, what would it look like to put my needs first today? What would I do if I stopped talking myself out of what makes me happy? Where am I shrinking myself to stay accepted? I know for a fact that these aren't easy questions, but they're honest and they open something up in me. I've come to realize that we're not here to live half a life. We're not here to shapeshift to fit someone else's comfort. We're here to live honestly. And that begins with honoring ourselves, gently, quietly, and consistently. Thank you for being here with me today. If anything resonated, maybe take a quiet moment and ask, where am I still putting myself to the side? And what might feel different if I didn't? You deserve your own kindness. You deserve to feel supported by yourself first and foremost. And when you stop holding yourself back, even just a little, the space around you begins to shift too.